Does God Have a Big Toe? Stories about Stories in the Bible by Mark Gelman and Oscar DeMaio, published by HarperCollins. Today, Finding the Right Man. Most people do not realize it, but God puts in calls to other people before finally putting in a call to Abram. First, God called Eber and said, "Eber, leave your country and your neighbors and your family and go to a land I will show to you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you will be a blessing. All who bless you will be blessed, and all who curse you will be cursed, and through you all the nations of the earth shall be blessed." And Eber said, "Who are you?" And God said, "God." And Eber said, "The God of what?" And God said, "The God of everything." And Eber said, "Don't be ridiculous. There is no God of everything. There's a God of the sun, and a God of the moon, and a God of the night, and a God of the day, and a God of the mountains, and a God of the valleys, and a God of the forests, and a God of the deserts. If you ask me, you're a little late. Everything already has a God, and there is no God of everything." Maybe if you look hard, you can find something that doesn't already have a God. As a matter of fact, I think there's no God of frogs at the moment. Why don't you go check that out, and then we can talk, because there is just no God of everything. But Eber and God never talked again. The next person God called was Peleg. God said, "Peleg, leave your country and your neighbors and your family, and go to a land I will show to you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you will be a blessing. All who bless you will be blessed, and all who curse you will be cursed, and through you all the nations of the earth shall be blessed." And Peleg said, "Who are you?" And God said, "God." And Peleg said, "Where are you?" And God said, "I'm everywhere." And Peleg said, "If you are everywhere, where do you put your statue so that people can bow down to you?" And God said, "I'm invisible, and no one can make a statue of me." Peleg rolled on the ground with laughter. "Now let me get this straight. You are the invisible God of everything with no statue, and you want me to leave my home and follow you to a place you will show me. Do you think I'm crazy? Now look, why don't you go to a good idol maker and have a nice sculpture made of your image, and then we can find a nice place to put it down where people can bow to it, and then we can talk." But God and Peleg never talked again. Then God went to Serug and said, "Serug, leave your country and your neighbors and your family and go to a land I will show you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you will be a blessing. All who bless you will be blessed, and all who curse you will be cursed, and through you all the nations of the earth shall be blessed." And Serug said, "Who are you?" And God said, "God." And Serug said, "What will you give me?" And God said, "I just told you." And Serug said, "You don't understand. I'm not interested in moving anywhere or doing anything just so that my great-great-great-grandchildren will be a great nation. I want to know what is in this deal for me right now. Maybe if you showered me with some of those blessings up front, I might be convinced. How about giving me all the money in the world and the kingship of all the lands? What do you say?" But God said nothing. Then Serug said, "All right, let's be reasonable. I will go wherever you want for most of the money in the world and the kingship of the 5 largest countries. How about that?" But God said nothing. That was the last Serug ever heard from God. By that time, God was not sure about finding the right man. But God went to Abram and said, "Abram, leave your country and your neighbors and your family and go to a land I will show to you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you will be a blessing. All who bless you will be blessed, and all who curse you will be cursed, and through you all the nations of the earth shall be blessed." And Abram said, "I will go, but there is just one thing I want." God asked what that one thing was. And Abram answered, "I want to take my family with me." God asked him, "That's it? You just want your family to come with you? Don't you want to see me?" And Abram said, "No." And God asked, "Don't you want to bow down to a statue of me?" And Abram said, "No." And God asked, "Abram, Don't you want anything for yourself?" And Abram said, "No." Right then, God decided not to ask any more questions, and God let Abram gather his family and pack their things for the journey to the place that God would show them. Right then, God knew that the right man was going to the right place at the right time for the right reasons. God also knew that such things hardly ever happen. And I wonder how you would end that story.